Hey to you guys, welcome back. We are in the front foyer. Sorry for any echoes that are probably happening. It's probably really echoey, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably really echoey. So anyway, still just past Christmas time. We still got the Christmas ornaments, not the ornaments, but some of the decor up. But it is in January, and just wanted to show you. Many of you have been asking about my ZZ plant. I have a nice size ZZ plant in the front foyer, and since you've been asking about it, I have been lazy and I haven't done an update on it in quite some time. So I'd like to take that time and make the update. So here is the ZZ plant. It goes way up here. That tallest one is about 3 feet long, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 3.5 feet. It's quite large. The pot that it's in is actually about a 12-inch pot. And it's a clay pot, but it's nothing in comparison to the size of the plant. The plant itself gets really heavy. And ZZ plant, you water it well and then you let it dry between waterings, so it gets to a point where it's quite light. So the very top heavy, pot is light, disaster ensues. So last year I had to spin the plant around so that all of the heavy growth was up against the wall, and it grows out towards the sun. There's no sun behind it. There's sun, the door is right here, and then there's a window just on the other side here. So it tries to grow out and around. It's a low light plant, so it's fine in the corner where it is. It actually does really well here, even considering in the wintertime the door constantly gets opened. So it gets blasts of probably near freezing, if not below freezing temperatures, but very short term. Obviously, we open the door, let people in, quickly close the door. In the summertime it grows beautifully. Right now it's starting to produce a new growth. Let me see if I can bring the camera in closer, and I'll let you see the inside of the pot. We got the worker elves here, the gnomes. They're doing a great job, obviously, but I will have to either divide this plant or give it a bigger pot, but I really love this pot. I'm not going to enjoy getting rid of this pot. And I don't think that it would suit anything else. I really like it for the plant that it's in. I love the clean lines of it and the naturally glossy leaves of the ZZ plant. It's a very architectural plant, and this pot really suits it, I feel. So yeah, soon enough we're going to do another video on taking cuttings of these. I've been told by many people that if you take a stem cutting rather than a leaf cutting, it grows a lot faster. And as you know from our past videos, we've taken leaf cuttings. They all produced bulbs, the swollen root down the bottom, or a tuber, but it never. I had 2 or 3 of them produce baby plants. I've given those away, but they take so long. Whereas if you do a stem cutting, it can root a lot faster. Some people even say that they've rooted them in water. So it's hard to believe that they've been rooted in water, just because when you cut them open, they're really full of liquid. But hey, if you're doing it, you're doing it. You can't knock that. I would not have tried that. But I will give it a try now because you're saying that it works. So plants are amazing, and they do things that you don't necessarily think are possible. So don't block yourself in with all kinds of rules. Try things out. It might work, it might not. It might work for one person but doesn't work for another. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. The basics are true. They need light, they need water, but and some food, but all in all, there's so much room for more ways to do things. So anyway, let's come on in closer. I'm rambling. My God, I love to ramble. So yeah, come on in closer. We'll see this new growth, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the update on this ZZ plant. I sure love it. The naturally glossy leaves, fantastic. I dust it once a year, and it still looks so nice. I don't even dust it. I think I put it in the shower and just rinse it off. Going on here. There's been a lot of, let me try to get my fingers in here. There's been a lot of older growth, smaller stems that when I first got the plant, they weren't as big as they were now. I think the plant itself is about 12 inches tall, maybe 14 inches tall. And since it's been producing bigger and bigger stems. So back here, you'll notice here, there is a new leaf starting to grow, or a new stalk. I don't see any more, but they're really interesting to watch grow. They grow slowly, and then all of a sudden they burst to life. So this has been growing slowly for, I don't know, maybe a month, maybe a month and a half. Is when I first noticed it, and then it will just burst forth, and within 2 weeks you're gonna have a nice new leaf. It'll be pretty amazing. I don't see any more. Oh, here maybe is one. You able to see that? The lighter green. This is probably one developing here. Really interesting. So again, I'll probably end up dividing this and keeping it in this pot, but a smaller clump, and then letting it fill the pot again. This pot is pretty full. It goes right out to this edge, and it goes right out to the other edge. So, and it also gets very top heavy. So anyway, look at those beautiful glossy leaves. This plant has an issue with scale insect. I wash it or spray it quite frequently. I use a rubbing alcohol dish soap mix, and I actually wipe it down with little face scrub pads, the soft cotton pads, and I remove all of the scale whenever I see it. I don't get to it very often. I do it maybe twice a month. I'll go through and I'll just rinse off what I can see. This plant was upstairs for Christmas, and when it was up there it was closer to the shower, so actually before it came back down I gave it a good rinse off and sprayed the crap out of it. So hopefully we're good. Maybe I've cured the problem. It has become less of an issue more recently, so it's probably just a little bit of the diligence going on trying to solve this problem. Scale has been a big problem for me with a lot of my plants, and it's so hard to kill here in Canada because, well, at least in Ontario, systemic pesticides are the thing that really kill them. It gets into the plant. Scale has like a coating, a waxy coating over top of it, so when you spray it with normal insecticides, it doesn't penetrate that scale. So you need the systemic that goes inside the plant, and then as it's drinking the sap, that sap has the poison in it, so that's what kills it. But in Ontario, that sort of thing is not legal, at least for regular homeowners. So I'm not able to go that method, so it's just this ongoing crazy battle of scale. Here's actually some scale on the leaf here. As you can see, I can wipe it off, and that's what I tend to do. So anyway, ongoing battle. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and hopefully you enjoyed this update, and see you next time. Stay tuned for more updates. It's starting to produce leaves, so soon I'll be able to increase watering. I have watered them when the soil has been very dry. Not watering substantially, but just